In this video, I'm going to take you through the how and why RaceStats app works and what you need to make it work for you. First, 3 undisputable facts about RaceStats app. RaceStats app makes the most powerful suite of apps ever made for finding winners in horse racing, using odds and the history of them for each race, each meeting, every day. RSA uses Elasticsearch and big data, same as Twitter, Facebook and Google. This means speed, the ability to look up the odds of every runner in any matching races in real time. Now in our 6th year, over 50% of our users have been with us for more than 4 of them. Questions you need to ask yourself before you continue on. Are you 100% serious about wanting to make money from your betting on horse racing? Are you prepared to put in the effort and time to learn something 100% foreign to most punters? Do you have the time to spend playing the races? RSA is far more suited to the semi-retired professional player or the one that is determined to be. If your answer is yes to these, then RaceStats app provides everything you need to get there. With clear tutorial videos, the best and friendliest chat room in racing, and a training app that lets you play any race in history as if it were live. If you can't make a living in trading, you won't make it in real life, meaning you keep your money until you are confident you can see what the data is telling you. Then, and only then, will you be ready to start winning. What's important and what's not? Never in the history of racing have the same 14 or even 6 horses run against each other over the same distance, race type, at the same track, with the same weights and jockeys. Never has it happened. Yet the same odds have happened many times for whatever the number of runners at the track over that distance for that race type in a very high proportion of races. Not every race has enough data, but high proportion do. The fave could have been 2.1 or 6.2. RaceStats app will show you what all the runners of that race were paying. You are now comparing apples to apples with the results of every time it has happened. So let's clear your head of all those things that are irrelevant in finding a winner. Now, let's put into your head what is important. The punter. These are the people who make the odds, and for whatever reason they may have, make faves and rankies and everything in between. These are the folk you need to listen to see where and when they get it right. Punters are the only constant in horse racing. They have been doing it longer than any horse jockey has lived. So you want to compare apples to apples for tens of thousands of races. There is only one way to do it. Still here? Well done. The vast majority have stopped watching already, forgetting these 2 simple things. 1. The majority of our users have been with us for over 4 years and have paid subs for that entire time, which no one would do if they weren't taking a profit every month. Number 2, if form really worked, there would be a lot more successful punters. Now I'm going to prove to you the consistency of the crowd and how powerful they are at finding winners. Everyone knows top 2 faves win about 54% of the time. While this is true, it is not true for every type of race, distance, runners and track. For example, Epsom has less fave winners than the Curragh. People think 5 furlong and 6 furlong races have the most large odds winners. Truth is, 2-mile races do. I can go on and on with what people perceive to be truths, but are all wrong. Fact is, some race types at some tracks over a particular distance with a certain number of runners never have more than 10% of faves win, while others have over 80%. You will also find every time in X race, if odds favours odds on, it always loses. You should know this, and RaceStats app tells you. Up next, a video showing you RaceStats app in action. This video is not to train you on how to use RaceStats app. This video is to show you the power of data and how you can use it. Okay, so what I want to do, first of all, every day before I start, I want to have a look at what meetings today have happened every year in the past. So I'm picking on the 28th of September, which is week 40, day 4, Wednesday. I'm only going to do the one day, or actually only going to do the one meeting to show you how it works. So just so you can get an understanding of the incredible power that you've got at your fingertips. So on this day, we have a look at the day sheet. and we can see, so we're starting our day and we're looking at what we should be doing, right? So we go into the day sheet, and the day sheet will tell us where we are for the week. We're looking at about 50% down, 50%, sorry, of faves. So not a lot different. There's running at 50. We expected 53. And where we are at the moment is, if we put that with add today's in there, we're expecting only to go to 51, so very close to what it should be. And we've got a lot of outsiders here today. We've also got 13 faves and 9. This is what we expect to happen, right? So if we actually look at the day, we're expecting about 47% of favourites to win. So a good day for outsiders. Okay, so that's done. Now the next thing I want to do is look at the tracks. So I basically just call up the week, call up the day, and then go to track, and I can see which ones have had meetings every day on this day for the last 10 years, 11 years, etc. So I can see Kempton's had a few, Nottingham's had a few, Banger on D's had some. So we've got Banger here, that one, no, Cat, no. Okay, so we'll go to Nottingham just for this video. So we go to Nottingham, we'll select track Nottingham, hit play, and let's see what's happened at Nottingham every year for the last 10 years. As you can see, it's not really a favourite meeting. You might get 2, 3 is highly unlikely, but that has happened. So a total of 3 top 2s is about the normal. And you can see in the last 2 years, if you'd bet every runner in every race, you'd made a profit. Okay, so that's telling me that Nottingham looks like a good outsiders meeting. So now I know that might be the only track I decide to play today. I haven't gone through and checked Kempton, Newcastle, etc. But just for the sake of this video, we're going to play Nottingham. Okay, so we now know that Nottingham looks good, and every year there is at least, except for these 2 years here, there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, so at least 3 over the 14s. All right, so we can expect 3 good races of decent odds. Okay, so now let's go into the day. Now let's get set up in here. So basically we're looking for to play on the September. This is training, so you can come in here and play any race in history just like it was today. And we're going to be playing Nottingham, I think. Yes, first race. I want to get my heat map sorted out. Again, training will teach you everything. The videos will teach you absolutely everything you need to know about Race Stats app, and spend the time in training. There's no point getting this program thinking you know some of it when there's hundreds of bits that you don't know, and that will help you. So it's worth spending the time. Don't jump in until you know it inside out. Okay? If you can't win in training, you won't win in real life. So learn how to use the app first and then go into betting live. Okay, so that being said, again, we'll open this. We'll also open our mini bet finder and set that up over here, and make sure we can see all of it, all that we want to see. And let's see what it's all telling us about the first race at Nottingham. So it's a maiden stakes, 5 furlongs. Never has there been a favourite win at this price, at the prices they're at today. A 6 came close when it was much different BSP, had a much different BSP than today. Now we're looking up here, and we're looking at favourites so far this year. If we're 4, 5's the maximum it's ever been. 3 is the maximum seconds, or 4th is the maximum it's ever been. Currently we're at 58% of the top 2 winning, when 38% is the average. We have a 2.5 that's won 3 times, hasn't won yet this year, and the second favourite hasn't won this year. Now let's have a look down here, and there's a big huge gap. Let's move that. Big huge gap here from 14, 2 there, 3 there, plenty there, 2 there, so there's tons over 14. Now let's have a look at order score. Order score is saying 2's the most likely, fave's unlikely, and fave's nice and cheap, and then the 4 in there as well. But also we're looking at these 14s over, over 14, so to 170 basically you're looking at. So we know we can lay the favourite, so let's set this up with your bets. Now in training it works just like you were playing in real life, and you have a score here so you can keep track. It's like your balance sheet. Okay, so what we're going to do is lay the favourite and bet down to 7th. We're most likely thinking 2nd, the 4th, and everything up to 108. We'll cover that too. We need 50 cents there. We'll put 50 cents less on. Okay, these two are the same price. This orange dot means this one's the same price as that, and this orange dot means it's the same price as that, give or take 10%. So 94p on that takes it over there. And then you have this 7th favourite. Okay, so we're pretty happy to have $1 at risk here. We're confident the favourite won't win, so let's play the race. And 7th wins. Okay, let's go to the next one and see what the data's telling us. Okay, so again, let's have a look here. We've got 17, 20 last year, 19, 19, 17, 24. At the moment it's running at 53%, top 2, 50%'s the average. But this is good news. There's 4 already this year, and 5, 6 only happened twice, and seconds happened so many times too. So we don't have an auto score here, so basically we don't have that to look at, so now we're just depending on these 3. Now the other thing about this one is I like to have a green dot in here. The training videos will teach you everything. Again, get in there, spend your time in training. But we've got 3 here, and I'd like to see that there really ultimately. But there is 2 here, and we are saying that the favourites are worn out, and it's only 272. So let's do the same here. We're looking 3rd, 4th, 5th maybe. So we'll lay that and go heavy on 3rd, 4th and 5th. There's no orange, so I don't have to play 6th. So what's it saying? 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Okay, so we'll make 50p on that and 50p if any of these others win. And let's play this race. And 4th wins. You can see now we have a balance of 52. We've played 2 races, 52, won 2, lost none, and we had 13. Oh, I should have shown you insurance. I'll do that next race. Okay, let's go to the next one at Nottingham. So that's going to be the about 210, I guess. Yep. And let's have a look at this one again. Okay, we've got a green dot here. Again, nothing inside it, so not good there. Only 1 favourite here, so that is good. We've got a 6 with a green dot next to it, means it's closest to the auto score. Again, look at the videos to understand what that's telling you. And then let's look over here, 27, never been more than 27. We've got 56%, 47's the normal. We've already had 7 wins, 8, there's been 8 occasionally, or twice. So 7's pretty high. 2nd favourite, there's room there. And what do we got down here? 28s. So we're pretty confident the favourite's going to lose based on this. It is 370 though, so that is quite a lot to lay it at. So let's try and get it a little bit cheaper. Let's try 320. Okay, so let's try 320. So we'll submit that. So we're just playing like we would normally. And we are looking at 3rd, 6th, 5th. There's a 10th in there at 41. We don't want to let that get away. 7. So basically I'm going to just put 50p on these outs rankies. And go a little bit higher on these. And with my £5 lay, if it gets taken, I'll lose nothing on those. Oh, 6. 6 was in there, 1 at 5. 7's in there. I think I'll take that $1 off there and put 50p in there. Okay, so let's run that race and hope it gets to 320, the favourite. Yep, it got down to 2s. So the bet was taken, fifth one, and fifth and sixth, see it's green dot on sixth here, well fifth and sixth are the same price. So you always have to watch out for those orange dots. So if it says sixth there, just remember you should play fifth if there's an orange dot in there too. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So 14, 10, 14, 10, 14, 10, 14, 10, 35 or 45? 45. Okay, so the next at Nottingham, here we are. 585, horrible price to lay anything at. Lots of green dots here inside, none there. And we've got fourth to 11th, and 11th is a pink row, so 12th. So yeah, you got all of these that come into play now. 26, 22, 21. So let's have a look up here. Two, only twice. Got loads of empty blue spaces here. 24% is the average. We're at 50% so far this year. So that's all very lovely. But 584 is a big ask for a lay. And I like to lay to be able to bet. So I'm going to look at this as a bet the outsiders and hope an outsider wins, and try and get a cheap lay in running. What am I looking at? Sorry, I have to go all the way to second. Not really. Yeah, I'd be wrong not to if my lay's not taken though. So, why have I got 150 there? Don't need it. We should have 650. We've got too much. Okay. I'm not going to back the second. Just going to back the third. Okay. So the green dot is next to the second. We've got a seventh, a fifth. We've got a big green dot there next to 11th. So we've basically got everything covered. We just have to hope. So we'll do this for £6. Well, let's do it for 650 at 450, say. Whoops. Don't want to have that much. And submit. And then let's put some insurance in. So in case it does get down there, we don't lose a bunch of money. So if it blows out and comes back and wins, we don't lose a bunch of money. So let's put it in there. We've got 6 4s 20. So let's put 48 in there, 450p. And let's run the race. So I've put insurance bet in, we've put a lay in. The lay did get taken, and so did the insurance bet. So I only had 525 at risk after all that. Ended up with a scratch on second, as we expected. Oh, 13th one. So we got £13 for that one. So the rankie of everything that we thought could win won. Now let's go to the next race. 1445p, 1529. Nope. Where is it? Must be before that. There it is. So, another race at Nottingham. So, again, we've got a lovely green dot there on the 4th. We've got a 8th, 6th, and 2s, no favourites. We've got over here, we've got a 7, 22. That's weird. Oh, that's 2020, so I'm going to ignore that. You know what happened in 2020. 7, yeah, so it's not filling you with confidence. 8's pretty much used up. About 62%, that does give you a lot of confidence. I see here, we've got 2 favourites. So we've got a lot of orange here, or a lot of pink, number 2s rather, and 2 and fave are the same price, and 3rd even. So even though this is saying it's used up, basically you're up against 3 runners. And I know there's a 4th here, and there's this 8th and a 6th there. So what could you do? You could watch it. No need to play every race, so let's see what would have happened. Let's run the race. It's on 6 there as well, 14. Ooh, tempting. But we'll run the race because, you know, you do have 2 favourites and that. So run race. 6 did win it. Nicely done. But anyway, we didn't play it, but we have played 4 and won 4, and we're $79 up. So we'll just go to the next one at Nottingham. And, 627. Not a lot of data on this one. Okay, very little data on this race. So, when you don't have any data, well, you got the auto scores telling you something here. No, 627 is too much delay. So again, I'm just going to watch the race, see what happened. And 8th one. So look at all these oranges. So you would have had to go 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So to cover them all anyway. Trouble with those races, 16 runner races, is just sometimes too many to make it worthwhile. Obviously, if that had been low and the percentages had been high and everything had been in my favour, I would have found a way to play it. Now let's go to another one. So I'm going to guess at 1630. And it is. And again, we have a nice 3rd in there. And a 5th, 7th is pink as well. So many pinks. And we've got the top 2 are the same price again. Not a single favour or second favour in auto score. That's a good sign. And what do we got over here? 17. Yeah, it's been higher a couple of times, but 17 is fairly high. 11. Ooh, it's been higher a few times. And we've only got 8th and 9th. The big hole there, 8th and 9th. What are 8th and 9th paying? They're all paying in the teens. Do you want to risk it? But there's teens. I'm going to risk it because basically it says so up here. So 7th and 8th are the same price. I have to pay 6. So 6th and 7th are the same price. So I'm going to have to play all these. And again, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm going to pay 420 and lay that for 5. So again, in here you can bet them just like you would in real life. So we still have a dollar to spare, $1.50 to spare. As you can see, we're at 4, and we're just going to go for the big payers, these 2. Let's take that off there so we still break even on everything. Okay, if that lay gets taken. So we're confident, lots of blues, high percentage. Well, percentage actually isn't that high. We're running at about even. So actually this race is a probably no-go. All that blue though. 5th, 6th. What have I got to lose? Well, let's insure it and make sure I've got nothing to lose. Let's put it in at 36 for 75. No, for 50 rather. Submit. Okay, run race. Okay, lay wasn't. Oh, the lay was taken. 202 it got down to, and 4th one. So 4th is there, 5th. So we should have probably went a little bit high, but whatever happened, we still won nicely. Okay, so I think that was all the racing at Nottingham that day. And yes, it was. Okay, so there it is. I'm just real simple. Wanted to show you how it works, what you're looking for, the things you need to see, how you can play it. Get into training, watch the videos, learn the app, learn the app. Once you know everything it can do, come into training here. and play every race in history, or basically every race since in the last couple of months. There's no need to go back to January. So just come in and play them and learn what you're looking for, learn what to see, and learn how to leave a race. Learn how to say, no, I don't want to risk that. Okay? So that's it. That's how Race Stats app works. It's so easy. You don't need to know a single name of a horse. In fact, we don't even put them in here. You don't need to know anything about trainers, jockeys, anything. It's just numbers, 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 and the ability instantly to see what those numbers are telling you. Okay, thanks so much.